It's gonna be fun. For us, at least, which is all that matters.
Have you ever had someone walk out? I might be the first.
Yes, for real?
No.
That'll make for good TV.
Hey. It's your prerogative. All right, we're back with another episode. Welcome to the Apple Podcast. It is your boy P Mac.
And of course, your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man. And we have a lovely guest with us today by the name of Heather.
We don't have to say my name.
What would you like to be called? What would your alias?
Just Heather would be okay.
Okay, that's it. Just Heather.
Just Heather.
We don't need the extra dramatics.
Who said it was dramatic? Just calm. Just simmer down. So just.
I'm already.
I
Shit.
know. Anger dissatisfied.
Fuck. What episode is this? 12?
12. Episode 12. Yes. So, question, Heather, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. How was yours?
Pretty good. You cook?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
What'd you end up making?
Not milk on cereal, right?
No,
Not
I
actually
made the
cooking.
collard greens, the corn, the
Canned.
turkey. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I smoked the turkey necks. Come on now.
The turkey wasn't still bleeding, was it?
No.
I'm
Sure.
just checking.
I don't know. You know, y'all white people, y'all be trying some crazy shit on Thanksgiving. Y'all put
Look,
cream
Don't
cheese
put
and
us all in the
macaroni.
bucket. Just like you don't want to be on the bucket, don't put all of us white people in
You
the
make
bucket.
potato salad?
Yeah, I make potato
You
salad, but I didn't make no
raisins-
turkey.
You ain't put raisins
She
in
put
it.
raisins in
No,
the
I
potato
put
salad.
no fucking raisins. You put raisins in their damn potato salad. I put
Yo.
sugar in my potato salad.
I don't know what. The jury's still out on that one.
Yeah, I do. I put sugar in my potato salad.
Judges, Crystal, you ever heard of that one?
I'm not gonna try it.
It might be good.
It cuts the mustard. So, because you know mustard is so tart and it cuts the mustard. Don't know what you I'm about to bring y'all a damn bowl of potato salad.
Listen.
Bitter.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That sounded good.
this ain't white potato salad. It's yellow potato
I
salad.
don't know. Like I say, y'all probably put cream cheese in your macaroni and cheese and every damn thing.
Look, if we're already gonna start 30 seconds in, let's just
What?
go
We
ahead.
just ask you
Let's go
questions. We
ahead.
just ask what I.
Questions?
No,
Did
what
you-
were you
that's
saying
it?
to me earlier when we were talking?
What?
Well, why do we all have to be in the same bucket? So just because I'm educated or blah 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 blah, then I must not be. When we're talking about
we
other
was talking
things?
about something else.
Yes, but you're putting
Nah.
me in the same categories
No,
on
that
white
was
people. Wouldn't that be
totally
the same thing
different.
that
No,
you were
that's
talking about earlier?
totally different.
Okay. All right, we have to go backstory so everybody can agree with me, so we won't go there.
Let's do that. We can do it. Come
No,
back
no,
shorts.
we're good.
No, we're good. You brought
We're
it
good.
up.
We're
Let's
good.
do
No, we're
this.
good.
You sure?
Yeah,
I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, no, we're
All
good.
right, fix it,
Come on,
Jesus.
let's get this going.
Hey,
Y'all
can
good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah?
can we-
You
Hey,
sure?
we have a hostile relationship,
You should,
don't
I can.
we?
I can see.
do.
Get a couple of them off. Shit.
Very violent.
I see. Shit. All right. Well, we usually let our guests have the first topics. Anything you want to bring up?
Yes,
we can bring
I
it up.
actually have my first on my list is
You have
filters.
a book.
Okay.
I
right
have.
there.
Let me tell you something.
That
though.
is a
I
book.
did my homework. Okay, I have to ask you guys.
Uh-huh.
Men are always on Facebook saying that women are always photoshopping or filters or catfishing, whatever that bullshit that you guys be talking. But you would be the first to go to Instagram or see the girl in the club that has the fake titties, fake ass, Botox, all that. So
Who?
what is the difference between filters and then someone that's fake from head to toe?
First of all, I just want to get on record and say who is going straight to Instagram to,
I'm just saying.
find the chick that got fake
you're
titties.
not. You may not be in that bucket, but there are lots of men
Mm-hmm.
that would go for a Kim Kardashian, right? Think she
mean-
looks good?
You do. You have some guys that do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
But
saying.
it'd be the same guy
I'll
that bitch
pass.
about damn filters. What's the difference?
Well, because the thing is with filters is that when you see a woman that has fake titties, fake ass, you see that. You are like, okay, that is fake, but I see it and I could choose to accept that or not. When y'all do filters, we have to decipher through all of that shit. We have to be like, okay, is that really her? Is that really her face? How does her face look without that?
So
Then-
you're really telling me that some damn dog ears really changes
But at the
the way
same
the person looks that much?
That's what you fail to realize. y'all will have 100 pictures. 94 or 95 of them will be filtered.
Yeah.
So why, if that's the case, why not just take a regular picture? What's wrong with that?
Because we like filters.
No.
The same reason why
No.
you get Botox.
No,
the same reason why
no.
you wear makeup
That's,
or put fake
that's
hair
equivalent to just like when we say, okay, send us a picture. Just like the catfish game is real. Women know how to take pictures at certain angles to where a nigga be like,
angle.
be like, damn, okay. Then see them in real life and be like, no.
Yes.
So the filter game helps elevate the catfish game.
I don't think
Yes.
I
Oh,
don't
it's
think
true.
that. No,
It's
I
damn
think,
true.
It's
I think
damn
y'all
true.
contradict what you guys really want, because you would be the first that want to go to someone with all of that that's fake.
No, but see, that's the thing. Just like little Boosie said, if you don't remember, check the Facebook. I posted it in there.
Mercy.
He's the thing about the filters is like he said. Sometimes women take filters all the time. Y'all actually believe y'all look like that in real life. In real life, not just on the camera. With the filter. So y'all thinking y'all walking around with motherfucking dog ears and shit.
No.
And cute with the big eyes, Bambi eyes and all of that.
No, I don't
Yes.
know who he's referring to, but I don't think that. Do you think that, Crystal?
No.
No.
The devil is a lie.
No, I don't think that either.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that either.
So why not? What is the deal with just taking a regular picture?
Because maybe we just like the damn filter.
Just like how my boy P-Mac mentioned before. How would you feel if a nigga took some pictures and sent them to you with some damn doggers? Because I heard that's the thing now.
But you have to understand
It
that
is.
when
I don't know when that became a trend with niggas,
Right.
but y'all need to quit doing that bullshit.
Yes.
Like
well, I haven't seen
it don't
that.
be no chicks in the pictures or nothing. Like the nigga be sitting there, oh yeah, I'm on the way to work, doing all that shit with the tongue come out and shit. I'm like, dude, stop it. I'm ready to whoop your ass right now.
It's just a trend. That's what it is. It's just a trend. But at the end of the day, a picture, even if it was with a filter or without a filter, an angle or not an angle, it's something in the moment. I'm not going to sit here and be like this, sit next to you. That's just not what I'm going to do. But when the picture, I'm going to post that way. I like that angle. Does that mean that I'm faking you out by me tilting my head like this? No.
I get that, but at the same
So,
time, it goes
it
the
don't-
same.
it
It goes
don't
the
make no damn
same
sense
way.
what you're saying.
It does because,
No.
like I say, when we see you in person, we could say, "Oh, well, then that's what she looks like in person. That's fake. That's fake." But you know what? She is still fine. But imagine, damn me, if a dude sit up there and sent you a whole damn different face, and then you meet him in real life, and you be like, "Bruh, you don't look shit like that."
I just don't feel like a filter or dog ears changes her or whoever totally to a different person. Catfishing to me would be someone completely different, or someone stealing my pictures off of Facebook and posting a new Facebook and pretending
So-
they're fronting on.
So if a dude sit up there and sent you a picture just from the head up, and you're like, "Oh, he's kind of he look decent." Take a picture of it, and he come out damn me looking like the fat bastard off of damn Austin Powers.
It happens. It happens.
But would you
People
still
have
feel?
small heads
But would you
and
still
big
feel the
bodies.
same way?
I don't know what to tell you.
But would
She
you
said
still?
small heads. Ain't
They
that
do.
shit?
But would you still have the same type of emotional energy when he walked up out the damn car, waddling like a damn Oompa Loompa?
No, I
okay.
understand what you're saying.
Okay,
but
then.
what I'm saying is that doesn't mean that he catfished me just because he took a picture of his damn small head and not his
Okay.
big body.
So what
Maybe
is
he
it?
didn't give me a full disclosure. But that has nothing to do with the
But
filter.
would you have the same? It's damn near the same thing.
It's not.
It
It's
is.
really not.
It
No.
is,
I
yes.
don't think it is.
Mhm.
I don't think it is. I guess we're gonna have to have Facebook in on this one.
Let Facebook do what they gotta do.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
When you take this
We'll
down,
vote. You've been doing these damn polls.
I have.
Let's do a poll.
We'll do a poll.
We'll do a
Let's
poll.
do a poll.
We'll do a poll on it.
Okay.
Now, when you catch this L, just
Oh, please.
yes,
Please.
just accept it.
Please. I need to know the ratio of members that are on this.
What? All
There's more women in the group than
800 and
men.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You can
just
look at
wanna
the
make
numbers.
sure.
There's way more women in the group
Okay.
than
I
men.
just need to make sure.
okay. They ain't gonna save you. Just bother.
They're really
Just-
not.
Yeah, they ain't gonna help.
All right. I guess
What,
we'll
what
see.
else you
I
got?
guess we'll see.
By all means,
Yes, we will.
we go down the list. We are here for your
Okay.
at your beck and call.
Okay. So my next topic is threesomes in a committed relationship.
Okay.
Is it a good idea or a bad idea?
Depends on the people in a relationship and how secure they are in their relationship. Because with threesomes can come jealousy. I mean, so let's say you're in a relationship with a guy and y'all invite another chick in there. What if maybe he thinks she does something better than you?
No, I get it. Like,
So-
I couldn't do that, not because I'm not secure, but because I don't like to share. But I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, like, wouldn't you be breaking some type of bond? Like, wouldn't you be complicating things in a committed relationship
You
by
could.
doing a threesome?
You could.
Like, I've seen some scenarios where it's a compromise, and more so on the women's part, so their man won't cheat. They compromise and kind of give in and invite another woman in, so that he won't go out and cheat. That way, she kind of has some control.
But if you
over
have
it.
to settle, and compromise and say, all right, so you won't cheat on me, I'll let you have a pass and have threesome with other women's. Why in the hell?
I get it.
That
No,
relationship?
I understand.
I've just seen those situations.
Like,
before.
why would you be in
I
that
get it.
relationship?
But at the same time, believe it or not, there are women out there that like to see their dudes sleep with other women while they watch.
They need to go see a therapist.
What
Those
they enjoy that.
Hey, there's some situations the other way around too, where men like seeing they women
another
get
guy?
with another dude.
But to be honest, there has, because a lot of times a guy may feel safe with that, and what I mean by that, since it's two women as opposed to another piece of chorizo, he is okay with that. But there has been instances that I'm fully aware about to where certain guys be like, yeah, this is great, this is cool, then do his girl end up leaving with old girl. So
But why is it okay for a guy to do threesomes with another woman and not with another man?
well, for the most part, for some guys, they feel like that it is, like I say, initially some guys cut for it because it gives them a thrill. It's like a live action porno. But at the same time, you could say possibly insecurities. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, but I can see this in something casual. But a committed relationship, like, would you want to take me home to your mama, but know that you have to do threesomes with me? Like, doesn't that...
I personally would
like-
never do a threesome with someone I was in a relationship with. Like you said, for me, it would have to be something casual.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be with anybody that I have any kind of feelings
Right.
or attachment towards.
It gets too complicated.
Very much.
Because for the simple fact, I'm with you on that deal. You know what I'm saying? Threesomes, I'm selfish. That is just me as a man. Because I feel like, all right, back when nigga was younger, that was, hey, the rape, cool, blah, blah, blah. But I see how some guys really, really, really get into that. I'm like, what is the purpose of that?
Yeah.
If anything, if I'm be freaky, me and you can find a way to be freaky with each other without
With
introducing...
so many other,
without
sex toys, whatever, pornos, whatever, make a sex tape. I
Right.
would do all of that before I would do threesome.
Understandable. Now, like I say, if it was a committed relationship, because like I say, there are women that actually push hard for that shit more than men. Well, probably not more than men, because men do that. But it's a real thing. Some women just like seeing they man smash another woman. It gets they rocks off.
Okay. All right. So when you guys meet a woman in a club, when you look at a woman, and let's say you are wanting a relationship, but you're just out with your boys that night, and you look at a woman, how do you distinguish between someone that, like, hey, she could have some potential, or she's just another hoe at the club?
None of
Conversation.
Conversation? What do you mean by none of that?
that. None of that, because I need to get to know you first. If I see you, and it leads back to you, conversation. Before I meet a woman, I do not think of anything in particular. I'm like, all right, she's fine, she's good looking, sure. But as far as a relationship smash or anything further than that, I got to talk to you first, because I've talked to women be like, she is absolutely gorgeous, but her brain's small, like a goldfish.
A woman is only as attractive as what comes out of her mouth. To me.
But even at the club, because a lot of men go to the club and just want to hit it, and that's when you get into all these complications, because women, we are emotional creatures, where men are physical creatures. So when you're emotional as a woman, you can think that you can be casual, but you're going to develop feelings. But you've already put yourself in that bucket to be just what it is. But and I feel like when men walk into a club, it's hard, like, for, a woman, most of the time, women are looking for something more, or men are going to just looking just to smash. But how do you know? How do you know that she ain't, like, a damn diamond in the rough?
Or maybe she just want to smash too. Because, y'all act like, what's the whole new thing? Women can do what men can do. So what do it look like us approaching a woman with our heart on the line, when in reality, she just may want to get her rocks off too?
True.
So,
But it was just a question.
no, hold on. I didn't say it wasn't. Is that what hold
Got
on.
defensive.
What? Damn me shimmy shake on that motherfucker.
It was just a question. What makes someone, because I think there was someone on the page that posted something that, about the way a woman presents herself.
Okay.
So, like, if a woman's at the club and maybe she has her chest is hanging out or she's wearing a short skirt or whatever the case is, you
And that
automatically
makes
look at her.
absolutely no difference to me.
Makes no difference, right?
No, because for the simple fact, and to be honest, that is somewhat frustrating when I hear that, because, and this isn't just playing to the ladies or to the crowd, but it's just being honest. And the reason why I say that is because when someone says, "Oh, she has a low cut shirt, her boobs are hanging out," I equate that to also rape culture. Such as like, oh, well, she had on a low cut shirt. She was,
So it was
looking
okay.
for,
Yeah,
she had on
I
a
was
short
looking
skirt.
for it,
So no, I don't feel like
It shouldn't matter.
it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. And I think sometimes most guys that may feel that way, looking for certain things like that, is because they don't have the gift of conversation. So what do they have to look at? Only the superficial. Because if you got the gift of gab and you're not afraid of rejection, you don't mind approaching a woman and being like, hey,
Yeah.
let's talk. Let's see where your mind is at. Let's laugh, get to know each other, buy some drinks, swap information, then decide leading from there. Okay, is she just somebody I want to sleep with? Is there potential, as you said? Or where do it go from there?
Okay. So who's in the wrong? A woman going through a man's phone and finding dirt, or the woman who's actually going through the phone to find the woman who's going through the phone to find the dirt, or the man who's doing the dirt?
Both of them.
Who's in the
Yeah,
wrong?
both.
So the woman's in the wrong.
Because obviously, both, yeah. Because
Why do you think the woman's in the wrong?
easily, because obviously there's no level of trust.
But for her to go through your phone is because the man presented something to make her feel insecure.
Did he?
Yeah.
Or how about
So then what if she went through it and there was nothing?
exactly?
99% of the time when our intuition tells us that there's some shit going on, there is some shit going on. There is exactly some shit going on.
Or
Exactly.
or maybe, just maybe, she be fucking up, and guess what? If I'm doing bad, let me see if I can find dirt on him that way. Because guess what? You can't play defense if you constantly hammering him with offense.
Right.
So guess
I mean, that is a valid point.
Yeah.
Because that's what men do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what men do.
So
When they're out cheating, they always try to throw it in the woman's face. But the majority of the time, when a woman goes to her man's phone, if you're secure in your relationship and you have a great relationship and the man doesn't make you feel insecure in any type of way, we're not going to go through your phone just because. You've given us a reason to go through your phone.
No.
Yes, you have.
There has been plenty of times to where a woman just be like, you know what? I just want to see what. Let me check his Facebook. I check mine all motherfucking day. Let me check his. Then that leads down
No.
to rabbit.
So you think that's never happened before?
That I have never done that in a relationship unless a
We ain't saying you.
man
we're not necessarily talking about you, but you think that's never happened before?
But I'm just saying. I mean, it could happen before, but what I'm saying is 99% of the time, a woman's intuition is right, and she's gonna dig through something because you guys have given us a reason to make us dig.
No, but see, that's the thing, though. Sometimes y'all digging that intuition ain't necessarily there. What I mean by that is Facebook, social media is a motherfucker. That like button, boop. Guess what? Crystal, as you said before, not only when you look at the picture that he liked, you gonna investigate who she is, who her auntie is, who her sister is, how y'all know each other, just from a like.
Next thing
That
you
is
know-
exactly going back to what I was just talking about.
But is that
you
cheating?
you gave us a reason. Okay, so let's flip the pages. So if we were in a relationship and you saw me on Facebook liking all these guys' pictures, adding all these new guys, saying hey, what's up in the messenger, just friendly, just strictly friendly, that wouldn't make you feel some type of
No,
way?
but see, the difference is that we would confront you face to face. Hey, what the fuck is
You're
this right here?
a damn lie.
Tell
You
me a nigga.
know
Tell me a
that you
nigga.
would
Are
be-
you serious?
You know that you'd be going through there.
No,
Like, who the
because
hell
guess
is
what?
this fool?
I'm gonna give you the opportunity to lie to my face. That
Because
is
you
the
already
difference.
went and did the research. That's what we do.
For what? Because
Come
guess
on.
what? I'm gonna see exactly what you got to say. I'm gonna sit up there and ask you. So what's the deal with you liking all these dude pages? What is the difference? I mean, what is the deal with you comment on his page? If I have to sneak behind and do all that, that means I'm not worth. It's not worthy of the relationship. I'm gonna
you
give you the
didn't-
chance.
But we're not sneaking either. So if you like
If you-
it, and we go through,
Hold
we
on.
didn't sneak.
Wait.
Hold on.
Because
Wait.
you just said if you saw us like that,
Wait a
you would
minute.
confront
Wait.
us. But how would you know if the labels in the same?
You started this whole topic with
Uh-huh.
if,
Who's in the wrong?
If who's in the wrong.
Uh-huh.
Right.
the man for doing dirt or the woman for finding dirt in his phone.
Right.
That's
In
not
his phone.
sneaking.
So
finding
yes.
the dirt in his phone.
So do you say,
so that is sneaking?
hey, babe, I'm finna go through your phone?
Yes, but
No,
we.
did you say
but
that?
No,
Do you-
no, you're
That's-
right.
So then you're
That's what I
sneaking.
said.
So that's sneaking.
Okay, but we strayed along to the Facebook, and what I was meaning is when you started to say about the Facebook and liking and all this kind of stuff, then we're gonna look at everyone else, of course,
But-
because it's natural, and then we're gonna confront your ass about it.
But guess what? Even if it's not Facebook, if I got a hunch, if I got a feeling, if somebody
Intuition?
if somebody told me I'm not finna dig, I'm finna to ask you to your face, what the fuck is going on? Hey, we need to talk. I got a feeling that some shit ain't right. So you need to go ahead and come clean. We need to talk about this shit straight up. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to lie to my face. That way, now after that, if I feel something afterwards, then I will look.
But how would you know if we were lying if you were only going off a hunch?
Easy. I'm gonna ask you.
But how would you know if you asked me and said, hey, I have this hunch or this feeling that you're cheating, and I said, no, you're crazy.
And like I said, okay.
How would you know I was lying to
That's
you?
what I'm saying. If you lie, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to lie or tell the truth.
You said lie.
I did lie. So guess
Said
what?
lie.
If I still got that feeling after that, then I'm gonna dig. But me having that intuition first and digging first is not gonna happen. I'm gonna ask you point blank, period, to your face. That way, when I do find out, I can say, "Hey, I asked you to your face. Were you cheating? What did you say?" No, I wasn't. It's different. Then I'm gonna say, "We're done."
So
Plain
you
and
don't
simple.
think that with women that we've already had that conversation with
No.
you prior to us digging?
No, because you just said, like you say, you're going to have that intuition, then you're going to dig.
Because
and
you
then-
did something to make us feel away.
So what is so different from just saying, we need to talk, babe? I got this feeling that you have not been doing right, that you have been stepping out on me. Then he says, nah, babe, nah. Then you could go dig. So what makes it so difficult to take that first step of confrontation? Because you want to be right?
Because we want receipts.
Huh?
We want receipts.
Why can't you get them later?
We need to get receipts now.
Why?
Because we
Why?
need to let you, because we're going to be in the heated moment and we're going to let you know right then, right there. Oh, really, motherfucker? Okay, let me tell you. Let me show you what you're doing since you can't be. Because you're not going to be upfront. You're going to lie to us.
So like people
You're
might
gonna
say,
lie
what,
to us. You're not gonna tell us the
what about
truth.
not giving the benefit of the doubt? You go in there and you don't find anything. What then?
I just don't
What
feel
then? Is that not a breach of trust?
I just don't feel like, I can't speak for every lady, but for myself, I just don't feel like that happens. If we go in, and that saying, I feel like it's true, when you go in looking for something, you're going to find something. That's just,
But
it's
you know
just
what?
what it
but
is.
you know what? Let's say that. Let's say you are right. You go looking for something, you'll find something. But when you have your heart dead on finding something, it could be the smallest thing that isn't nothing, but you would want to make it something
Right.
so that you could say, my intuition was correct.
Not necessarily.
Oh yes, it's true.
Because
That's
one,
damn true.
Damn
one
true.
That is
like,
damn true.
one
Damn
like
true.
falls into something else.
Because-
And it's a respect factor. And I think that you can avoid a lot of this if you guys...
No, because I'm gonna give you a case in point. I work with a lot of women,
Okay.
which means I have a lot of text messages and conversations with women. Sometimes it can even get to the point to where I say, you know what, we've had a long day. How about we go and debrief? How about we get together and go out there for drinks? Instead of you asking me what is going on, you go in and you see this exchange. Who is this bitch? Who are you texting? Why are y'all going out for drinks? That automatically goes down that rabbit hole of you are cheating, as opposed to coming to me directly, asking me, getting context on what's going on. You already got your mind made up that this nigga is no good. After that, I can't explain shit. Why? Because you got your mind made
but
up.
it's a respect factor. If you go into a relationship, you're going to expect the same respect that you give respect. So at the end of the day, if my man is going out with all these female coworkers and I don't know shit about it, that's disrespectful.
No, but if I tell you, you know what, I'm finna go out for drinks, and I don't tell you who, coworkers. I don't tell you who. I don't tell you exactly who. I just say I'm finna go out with coworkers. Go out for have some drinks.
You don't think that if you're in a committed relationship or if you're married or whatever the case is, you don't think that your wife should know who these people are? Even if it's like, hey, you know, this is my wife, so and so, whatever the case is. You don't think that respect should be there, so there is no gray? Because right now you're living in the gray.
No, but at the same time, let's say for instance, I just started the job. I ain't been there that long. We haven't had the office Christmas party where I can introduce you to everyone.
Then why are you trying to go out and have drinks?
Because it's been a long damn day, and
Why
I don't
can't you
feel
have
like
drinks with your wife?
because I'm
Or
get
with
the
your
third.
boys?
I'm cool with my coworkers. Why I got to be fucking all my coworkers? Because that's exactly what you're thinking.
It's respect.
Very much so.
Not so much. It's not so much that
is-
you're fucking the whole world. It's respect,
Obviously, it's
communication, and respect.
so. Why
two
can't,
biggest keys.
So why can't you communicate that you feel like something is wrong as opposed to go digging for dirt?
That's not neither here or there. What we're talking about.
So
What we're
love
talking
this.
about is respect
I
and
love
communication.
this.
We've already done moves
Right.
from this
No,
topic.
no. See, that's
okay?
just
No,
like-
no, we on this now. We still here. We ain't turned this page yet.
At all.
I'm loving this
Yes.
You're not even talking.
because I'm loving this. Y'all going back and forth. I love this.
I'm gonna need some more input.
I love
I'm gonna
this.
need some more input.
Communication rules the nation.
It's communication and trust. But I feel like you need to go into a relationship with that from the beginning. If you feel like that's good, like if that's one of your things, then I feel like you need to say like, hey, when you start getting serious with someone, like, hey, you know, like these are things that are kind of my trigger points or whatever the case is, and I think you can eliminate a lot of the issues that you might have. Just because you feel naive to whatever the situation is, or just because she might be insecure for whatever reason.
I feel you, but
Okay. Okay. So can we move on from this?
by all
Are
means,
we
by
ready
all
to move
means.
past?
Yes, by all means.
Okay, so if a man waits a long time to ask a woman to marry him, does that mean he has doubts? Like if they've been in a relationship for 10 years, why are we waiting? Like,
First,
don't
I
you
think you
know?
need to establish where his mind is at in regards to marriage. I mean, what if he went through something or maybe saw things as a child that kind of turned him off of marriage? I think that has to be established first.
And what if there's no issues? You see a lot of men out there that wait a very long time. And don't you, if you're going to be you were in a relationship for 4 years, did you
Right.
not feel like she was the right one?
Of course.
You did feel like she was the right one?
Yes.
So did you want to marry her?
Yes.
So why didn't you marry her?
Things didn't work out.
But what point gave you doubt? So that's what my question is. So
Oh.
like when you've been with someone for 10 years before you pop the question, like what makes you drag a woman along, or what's the purpose of waiting that long
Well, I personally can't answer that because I would never be with a chick for 10 years without
without asking?
asking married.
But you see it all the time. So I mean, you don't have any boys, you don't have conversations, you can't bring some insight.
Well, the thing is that first of all, what do you feel like is the appropriate timetable to be asked for marriage?
I don't feel like there's a timeline to anything.
But you feel like that there is.
But I feel like 10 years is a long time
It
to be
is.
with
It
somebody
is.
without a commitment to it.
No, I understand that, but there also has to be some type of barometer. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
I mean, I can't put a timestamp
Okay.
on something, but
Some-
I feel like
Sometimes the thing that may hinder some people is the fact that they feel like, am I accustomed to this person? Yes, but 2 things. One, marriage, when they get them papers out, it is absolutely a done fucking deal. You're not gonna get out of it without some type of headache involved. So, with that being said, some people wait because they feel like that is literally the end. Second, and honestly, some people may feel like that they are still scouring for better. Some way, shape, or form. At least if you've been here for 10 years, I still got you. So that means you're at least right here, no matter what. That way I could throw up the fact that, come on, babe.
so essentially there's a backup plan.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
But at the same time, if you are with a guy for 10 years and you still ain't been married and you still there, who's really burning up daylight? Who's really, I don't want to say who's the fool, but if you've waited that long that all of a sudden you're like, let's get married. And you didn't feel that way after year 3, year 4, year 5, and you think it's gonna all of a sudden change by now, and you at year 10, that means he done burnt up your daylight, and you still there? My question is, when do you as a woman,
Walk away.
when do you feel like that is demarcation line? When you feel like you're not gonna give me what I want, which is stability, finality, when do you feel like that a woman should walk away?
Well, I just feel like it's going to depend on the situation. If you have kids, having baggage makes it a lot harder because most women, especially someone who's, been raised with both parents and that's what they aspire, their children to have both parents, it makes it very hard to walk away when you've gone back and forth with a man and you're emotionally involved and you love this person and you want it to work out so bad, even if you know better. Like, because most of the time we know better. We know that he's not going to change, but we're just hoping and praying that the prayers will finally be answered. Why are you laughing?
Go ahead.
Why are you laughing?
No, continue by all means. I'm listening.
No, go ahead.
We
No, no, no.
listening. We
What are you
listening.
thinking?
No.
You gave me the look. But we know, but insecurities and honestly, walking away with children, or even walking away and starting something over after 10 years after you committed a long time with someone, is scary. And you know, you go like, is the grass even greener on the other side? Am I just going to have to deal with this bullshit again? Because if I'm going to deal with this bullshit again, I might as well just stay with this one type of thing.
I understand, but two things. One,
speak your truth. Speak your truth.
If you already said it, you know better, but you stay. Is it his fault then? If you know better,
it's not his fault.
Okay, then.
But I'm not putting blame on anybody. I'm just curious on.
I am.
No, I'm not putting. You know, at the end of the day, I think every relationship is different.
Right.
So I'm not putting blame on anybody. At the end of the day, if a man is not in it, like you say, or if she's the backup plan and she hasn't said anything and she's allowed it, he's gonna do what he's. Just like if she's allowed him to cheat and she keeps taking him back, he's gonna keep cheating. I mean, it is what it is.
So that means he can't really be at fault for her staying. So that means you can't say he ain't about shit. I
didn't say he was.
No. I'm just saying as women as general, because that tends to be the case.
That's something I need some clarity on.
Okay.
Because you know we've talked about this quite a lot.
Yes.
So why, when you know a woman will go through the rigors with a man, she toughs it out as long as she can, and then when it finally clicks on her that he's not gonna change, he ain't shit, they break her, she leave him, and then she goes on this rant of all men ain't shit just because of that.
I can't answer
with no accountability for herself.
I can't answer that because that's not how I roll.
No.
Like,
no,
I'm
just asking for an opinion of why you think.
Perspective.
Well, but I think every situation is going to be different. I think that every woman is burned differently, and everybody carries their emotions differently. So,
do you think women should own up to that? Of the part they played in that?
At the end of the day, you brought it upon yourself if you decided to stay there for 10 years, and you accepted the fact. You accepted the fact. At the end of the day, it's not just placed on him, and to be fair, there's two sides to every story. There's a man's side, there's a woman's side, then there's the truth, really. So there's three sides. But, you know, I think that a lot of women, it's easier to place blame on somebody else and not take fault to it, because if you put yourself out there like that, you feel like what you're going to receive back is going to be better, and it's going to kind of put a Band-Aid on the emotions that you have.
Okay.
And hoping to find someone that's going to be like, oh, she's a victim, let me coddle her, let me fix her. Because most women like to fix men. So they're looking for a man to fix her. But in turn, it turns from when that doesn't happen, then it pisses us the fuck off. Okay. And you just go, I mean, that's what my opinion is. Like, for me, that's not how I would roll. But for women, you know, you get mad. And then you think about, like, shit, I wasted 10 years. I did X, Y, and Z for this fool, and I didn't get anything out of it. And at the end of the day, you may put yourself out there like all men suck, but in reality, you're just mad at yourself. You know?
Okay.
We're
Talk
human.
about it.
We're human. I mean, come on.
Talk about it then. Okay. We're mad at you.
So why does a man cheat when he has a good woman at home?
Men cheat just because the wind blow.
Now, that is very true. Now,
like, men don't need a reason to go cheat.
But if you know you have the total package, she is beautiful, has a great job, a great, you know, career, great mom, whatever the case. I mean, she just has the total package, and there would be millions of men waiting at her door, and you know you got that at home, but you still cheat, and then you cheat with some bum ass bitches. Like, what is up with that?
Well, I feel like some dudes will do it just because they know that they have that
at
girl
home.
at home.
If it goes back to, if you let him and you continue to deal with it, guess what? He gonna continue to do it.
Especially if you find out about it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and then you take him back. Then
But
he's
what
just
if you
gonna keep
didn't
doing
know?
it.
What if you didn't know and he's been doing it for a long time?
So you said that, like you had stated earlier, women are emotional creatures. And what did you say about men?
We are physical.
Exactly. So what is in the natural order in the wilderness, survival of the fittest, to procreate? Men want to, it is to just naturally go out and
With
spread our seed.
everything that they can.
But why
Right.
everything? Why is she not good enough?
Why are y'all emotional?
Because once you open that, but she's gonna be emotional too. All these
So
bitches
what?
that you're fucking are gonna be emotional. I
But-
mean, people are gonna get attachments, and then you're hurting all these people's feelings
like
for
we
what?
said, we just told you, we don't care. I'm just saying from a
A man.
biological standpoint. procreation don't have to come with an emotion or a thought process. As long as we can stick it in, reprocreate, or have sex. I'm not saying all men, but it's in our nature. Just like you said, that it is in woman's nature to be emotional.
Mm-hmm.
If a man can't curb that instinct, that thing, that's what he typically wants to do.
But it's like once you open that door, it's kind of like when you've been on a diet for a long time and you haven't ate any candy, and then you eat that piece of candy. What do? You freaking crave that damn chocolate.
Right.
That's all you want. So once you open that door to cheat,
let's be honest, chocolate is good.
but once you open that
Talk
door
about
to
it.
cheat, it's hard to close that door. So why even open it in the first place?
What told you? Because at the same time, it can be for multiple reasons. It can be for the thrill. It can be for...
Wouldn't it be because you guys are insecure too and just don't want to put it out there like us women do?
How so?
If you were secure,
Mm-hmm.
if you were secure within yourself and secure within that relationship, why would, just because you're biologically whatever,
okay,
why would you want to do that?
I'll give you another reason. Because a lot of times what women don't want to do, just like how Paul had mentioned, and you had touched on it before, admittance. And what we mean by that is that us as men, as we had talked about before, we get complacent when we get in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But women do too.
Mm-hmm.
A woman will stop doing the things that she did to get that man, and he's like, okay, well, you used to dress up. Oh, you used to cook for me. Oh, you used to... She feels like, now that you have me, this is supposed to be good enough. Yes, I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm smart. But how are you investing in me just like I'm investing in you? Another thing is, too, to be honest, men sometimes need to feel wanted, need to have a purpose. So when you are beautiful, when you do have it all together on your own too much, a man may feel like insecure. He may feel like, where is my place with this? Where do I fit in? So what do? We go to someone that may scratch
less.
that itch. Maybe a pause.
That's less.
Yeah.
That don't make any damn sense.
I think the one I hate the most is them dudes that maybe they've been in a relationship for a while, and then they start going out there just to see if they still got it.
Yeah, I don't.
I've never understood that, but I feel like that's a lot of guys that go do when you got
It's because you're insecure.
5 years or more. Then they want to go see if they still got. Now that could tie into the complacency aspect of, oh, she not doing this, she not doing this at
Right.
home. Maybe
But
she don't
don't
feel
you
the same
guys
way about
think-
me, so maybe I'll go out.
When
and-
you talk about complacency, though, don't you think that if it's the same old pussy that you're fucking, that it's the same old dick that we're taking? Like, don't you think it's both ways? Like, why is it just like the man feels complacent? You don't think the woman feels that way? You don't think that we expect to be spiced up, that we want to be romanced when we come back in? You know, if you are, have a career and you've been at your job all day and you come home and you cook dinner and you have children and stuff like that, that takes a lot of your time.
Right.
So as much effort as you want us to bring to the table, you ain't bringing shit to the table either.
But at the same time, it goes back to, what is your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Oh my gosh, what kind? A cheesecake.
Vanilla bean.
Never fucking had it, but it
Never either.
It's
Is it?
amazing. It's amazing.
It is.
is it.
It's amazing. With some white chocolate drizzle, it's amazing.
You've been a
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory, ain't you? Is that
No,
what
they
you
used to
made
have it at Cheesecake Fridays. Let me tell you, I swear to God. I swear.
She said, no, not at the Cheesecake,
No.
at TGIFs.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's say, for instance, you got your vanilla bean cheesecake.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you probably tried to cook it, make it yourself at home and everything, or try to find.
I don't make the vanilla bean. I make like a good pumpkin cheesecake.
Okay. Could you eat that pumpkin cheesecake or that vanilla bean cheesecake every day?
No.
Not breakfast,
No.
lunch, dinner for the Why not?
No.
Why?
Could you get burned out just like anything else?
Thank you. Same way with a good man.
Just like if a man is too sweet, you will get burnt out. You will
Quick.
feel like, I am tired of this sweet nigga bringing me flowers every damn day. I'm so tired of looking at
But it's
on
not
a regular.
that we're trying. It's not that we're out there seeking it for every day. It the same like what you said, where she stops dressing up, or she stops, like you don't dress up anymore. So when she goes out of her way to dress up, and then you don't say shit to her about how she looks, what do you think that does to us?
But at the same time, sometimes y'all set us up for failure. Us as men are very easy to read. So when y'all ask us, should I wear this dress or this dress? How does this make you feel? And we be like, babe, wear the blue. I'm gonna wear the red. Our opinions don't, so we feel like, oh, well, then shit. If I say something, she ain't gonna too much care. Why should
But
I-
we do care.
But to stop playing games. Just say how you feel.
But we do care. At the end of the day, it's the acknowledgement. It's really not about your opinion or what is that, because we already in our head know what the hell we're gonna wear. It's really about the acknowledgement.
Yes.
We want the damn, like damn girl, like you need
Okay.
to wear that damn dress. That's what
All right.
we're looking for.
So let
where
me ask
you
you-
just like, I think I like that blue one better.
Let me ask you this question there. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that a woman is entitled to her man's attention, regardless, that she should have it anytime, any place? She is entitled to have his attention.
I think I think we're living in a gray area.
Okay.
I mean, I think that yes, but to a certain extent.
All right.
I mean, at the end of the day, what you expect is what you should give.
Okay.
And so, but life, we have to live in reality. Like I said, if you have jobs and kids and stuff, I have 4-year-old twin boys at home. So my life and I have a career. So my life has consumed a lot of things. But, so for me, it's not about my entitlement. It's about what are we scheduling? Like what is do we have weekly date nights? And with our weekly date nights, then what are you giving me? Because then my entitlement for that date night is going to be at 100.
Right.
Like it's going to be at 100.
Okay.
But every day, no, I don't expect that. I mean, I live in a real world.
Okay.
I'm not going to give it to you every day, and I don't expect it every day. But at the end of the day, what's important to me is how was your day? A kiss goodbye, or like just whatever type of communication. But so that's that's kind of living in the gray.
No, sound like you answered it pretty well.
Completely random point, but you brought up asking how was your day.
Uh-huh.
How come nothing good ever happens at work for y'all? It's always, babe, how was your day? Babe, let me tell you about this bitch Sabrina. What the fuck she just did. Nothing good ever happens
Guess
at work.
what?
I just want to know why.
It's because, well, I guess it depends on what your career is. My career, I don't live in that world, but for me, most women, again, we're emotional, and you're our outlets. So when we come to you, you're going to have a very unbiased opinion. So we can just lay it raw to you, and you're automatically going to be our cheerleader. You're automatically be like, I hate that bitch too. I hate that motherfucking bitch too. That bitch did what today?
But that's the problem. And I'm going to tell you why. Because y'all could be dead fucking wrong, and we could tell you, babe, you's kind of wrong.
And then we're
Because
going to
it's I know
so
it.
pissed off. No, because you have to be our cheerleader. We're looking for you to be our
But if you
cheerleader.
fucking up, if we say, babe, I ain't gonna lie.
But that's
You
what we
fucking
call
up.
we can call our mama for that. We can call our best friend for that. But when we
No.
go to you,
No.
you gotta be in
we-
our corner at all times.
No, because it's vice versa. Y'all go to them because y'all get that assurance that, girl, you sure right. That bitch
No.
was wrong. Da, da, da.
No, let me tell you, my
Yeah.
mama was straight. Let me know in a minute. Like, girl, you need to slow your motherfucking
But
roll.
instead of
You were in the wrong.
Instead of you coming to us to say, babe, you was in the right, you need to have a moment of self-reflection and be like, babe, my mom told me this, that, and another. And we be like, well, yeah, babe, you was kind of out of bounds on that.
No.
How about your kids?
Just don't.
If your kids,
No, my kids are 4. They don't know. I'm not gonna go to my kids for that.
You got to play the game, dude.
No.
You do that,
bruh, I'm
your
sorry.
plate, you ain't going to have no plates to the side for you for dinner.
I got 2 hands.
She got her plate
two
and the
feet.
kids.
At the end of the day,
You gonna
have
be in
to
there
your
like,
cheerleader.
babe, where's my plate
Just-
at?
I will encourage. Look, I thrive on giving that positive energy with the person that I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm sorry if you fucking up. I'm obligated to tell you. Now I'll tell.
certain
I will say,
situations.
look, I will tell you, babe, I love you. I can see why you would be that way. However, you should not have slapped that customer that was sitting up there doing the most at that time. We got bills.
And while I agree with you, you know where women are going to take that, right? Like I said, as soon as dinner time come around,
Bruh.
she got her plate and the
Guess
kids.
what?
You be like, babe, where's
When
my
that-
plate at?
when that
Be
damn
like, oh, well, since you think Sabrina's right, go get a plate from that bitch
exactly.
house.
And guess what?
Shit.
Exactly.
And guess what? When a man go do that, he go knock on Sabrina's door. You can't get mad.
No, you better
what
not
it-
come back home.
what it-
Your damn locks are gonna be changed. You can live at damn Sabrina's house.
what it-
Your shit is
You
outside
shouldn't
of
have
your
said
damn
it.
front yard.
You shouldn't have said it.
Tell Sabrina I said hello.
When that cucaracha, when that spider
I'm
need to get
saying,
stepped
because
on,
you got some dumb motherfuckers. Be like,
Look.
well, she said, go Sabrina house.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over there and shit.
Don't do it. If y'all
She
listening,
and she
do
gave
not
me
do
more
it.
than just dinner, too. Shit.
All right,
when that
all right.
grass need to get cut, when that spider need to get killed,
I mean, I think when you're in a relationship, you are supposed to bring value to the table.
Right.
So when we are wrong in certain situations, or when we need constructive criticism or feedback, yes, those things are warranted. But
Right.
when it comes to Sabrina, that bitch at work, you ain't on Sabrina's side.
it's not about
You're
picking
on
a
my
side.
side.
It's
It's
really
about
not.
it's about
Not in the grand scheme
if
of
you
things.
are in the wrong,
Uh-huh.
because guess what? If I fuck up, if I know I'm in the wrong, I would prefer you tell me I'm in the wrong. Now, granted, I will take the same approach as you. I will be upset, but that will force me to look at it and be like, damn, okay. Did I really fuck up? It will make me question myself and look within myself. I'm always about being a cheerleader for my gal. But guess what? If you in the wrong, you in the wrong. I'm so
get
sorry.
that.
And this,
I get that.
This almost goes back to that conversation we had a couple of weeks ago about, and let me tread lightly when I say this, the fake women empowerment movement.
Ah, yeah.
But let me preface this by saying I am all for the women empowerment movement. I just want to preface it by saying that. But
Yes.
You mean you don't like to throw a
the
punch?
fake women empowerment movement, what I mean when I say that is those certain women that they uplift other women only when they're right. And they never tell them when they're wrong.
At all.
And then they hide behind women empowerment. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because I think it's uplifting women whether they're right or wrong.
Right.
Because you can't grow if someone's only championing you.
Absolutely. And
Exactly.
again, but that goes back to a lot of insecurity. So women, a very insecure woman is going to act that way. A very secure woman is not going to act that way. And even though we are very sensitive or emotional women, we are freaking logical. I mean, like, come on now. Just because we may be in the moment heated, like you said, 30 minutes later, after going to the bedroom and I check myself, and I'm like, this motherfucker gets on my damn nerves. He gets on my nerve. I know, you like, I already know, but at
Yes.
that moment, like, you have to pick and choose your moments. At that moment, I don't want to hear that. You can come to me in an hour when I'm cooled down and be like, so babe, let's just reapproach this conversation, and let me just tell you that X, Y, and Z, and then I'd be like, you know what, you're right. You're right.
I'm gonna tell you why they want it that way. They don't want you to check them in that moment, because then after 30 minutes, an hour later, when they have calmed down and they really think about it, then they gotta go apologize to you because you were right.
I'm trying to speed up the process.
You got, but they're not just gonna come out and apologize.
No.
They're gonna do one of those little acts, and then we gotta decipher it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's her way of apologizing. All right.
That-
But that's the
maybe.
the reason why they don't want you to
Maybe.
check them then.
Right there and there.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on the situation.
It sounded real good.
Damn,
That's
damn
some good bullshit. I'm not buying any of it.
Healthy
but
though.
that's some good bullshit.
I concur.
So what are men's deal breakers? What is a deal breaker? A
As far
broken
as what?
home, drama, baby daddy drama. What is a deal breaker for a man?
Yes.
All the above. A broken home. So like, so what is your version of a broken home? Like if she was raised in a broken home, or she has children in a broken home, like what would be a deal breaker for a man? And what other deal breakers are there?
Dependency. I have to be with somebody that has a certain level of independence. I need you to be. I do not, because I'm of the ilk to where I'm not saying that I want to be totally independent as a person. I understand we're in a relationship, but I still need you to be the same you that I fell in love with when I met you. Do not conform to me. I understand a certain level of catering, which I get that. But I don't have a problem with you saying, hey, I'm going to go out and do this. Cool. Do that. But this whole, we're meshed, we're totally one. No. I need you to have not only that, but you got to have some fire. I like feisty. I enjoy a good argument. I enjoy
you
a
like
good,
to argue.
yeah, because I talk shit.
You really do.
I talk
damn
cash,
annoying.
money, shit. Non fucking stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. So, guess what? When we had that back and forth, I enjoy that. Why? Because it still gives you the opportunity to get mad, get some shit off your chest. I could poke, we could prod, and then we can make up later. But for someone to just totally lay down, that is a quick way for me to get bored. That, for me, one of the biggest deal breakers.
I think my biggest one is probably the inability to open up.
So
'Cause
communication or
things
feelings?
that feelings wise, because things that I've gone through in the past, if I'm invested in trying to see if we can make this relationship work, I throw all caution to the wind. No walls up. I'm gonna be open about everything. I just expect that in return, and I get it. It's a timing thing, when you're ready. But if we've been rocking together for a long time,
Right.
Right on.
and you are still keeping me at arm's
Right.
length, and I'm giving it everything I got, and I still feel like you're holding back, I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it.
That's it? Those are the only deal breakers?
Shit.
I mean, that's
cigarettes. Don't smoke cigarettes around me. I can't do that. But that's my number one.
So what? So like if she, so like if so when you say all the above and she has baby daddy drama, like is there a line in the sand? Like you know if she has.
I was just getting jokes off when I say all of the above, but I feel like there's a lot of men that anything you name will apply to somebody.
Yeah.
So, but.
I mean, I could to a certain extent could deal with baby daddy issues, but that's difficult. Why? Because a lot of times that puts us in a cross, and not for a lot of reasons of why you think. Why? Because we try to be respectful. We understand that is the father of your kids, but at the same time we expect you to handle that. Why? Because if we drop your baby daddy, y'all gonna go pick him up. Why you do that after he done got parked, as Paul say?
No,
yes. Look, we done seen it happen too many times. Say for instance, it's not even baby daddy. They ain't got no kids. They separated. He come with that hot shit. Bam, bam. He damn me snoring, calling hogs on the damn pavement. Oh my gosh, Jerome. Da, 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 da. Then you on the wrong for dropping him. So you got that ugly laugh. If your laugh is ugly, I cannot deal with it. I'm so sorry. That is a deal breaker for me.
I was waiting for you to say
Bro,
that.
I swear I cannot deal with it. If you laugh like that me Fat Albert or the Fat Boys, no, I can't. That is one of those things for me.
So, do you think that trust can be rebuilt? Like, if you've already had some broken trust, do you think that you can rebuild that?
With time?
Like, truly?
Depending on what were
How
the
broken
events
it was?
that led to the trust being broken.
Now, if it's just a lie, and not necessarily saying cheating, but a lie.
Oh, if you cheat, your ass gunsmoke.
Yeah, you are gunsmoke because that
I
is
got a
something
zero
that
tolerance
will-
policy for that. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older.
Right.
I'm about to be 29. I don't have time for
Oh,
that.
you're real old. Just so old.
Everybody can't be young like
That's what I'm
you.
saying.
I'm older. What are you talking about?
Stop it. You still got Similac on your breath.
Tenderoni.
Stop.
Yes, but that's the thing though. If it's just little white lies or lies here and there, that's different. But as you said, when it is cheating, if you are willing to rebuild that relationship, you can expect for not days, months, but years. How you talk about checking the phone, seeing who he's talking to. If that can't, I mean, that's gonna take years on top of years to get that back. Because hey, I'm finna go to the store. You finna Google Maps. How long does it take?
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
no, so
But for a man, because women make that okay a lot. But for a man, so like, you know, if you're in a relationship with a guy, why do men that have cheated and women have forgave them, and then all of a sudden when the woman steps out, then the man is like, no, I'm done. What is it? Why is it that a man will cut it off so quick, you know, but then expect the woman to be able to bend back and forgive?
Those guys in particular can dish it out, but they can't take it. If you, those are those weak men that if you do to them what they do to you, they just it's
done.
World War III
Yeah.
when you do it. But in their eyes, when they do it, it's okay because you took them back.
just like dancing. A dude could go out there freak nasty, damn me two-step and everything on the damn dance floor. But when his girl just decide to damn me go out there and her song, damn me drop it like it's hot, whatever, come on, and he at the bar, get drinks for them, and a dude come in sachet or slide up behind her and she getting it in, I ain't thinking of it. What's the first thing a woman say? We just dancing. Oh no, he ready to burn the whole damn club down and step on the ashes. Once it's all said and done. Goes back like you say, could dish it out, but can't take it. And I think some of that has to deal with the accessibility.
So when you talk about broken trust and trying to rebuild, so even if you were with let's say you're with somebody for a long time and you guys have kids, and she cheated because we got complacent, let's say, like you said. So is that a deal breaker? You still would be gone even with children in the picture?
Kids changes the whole for me at least, will change the whole conversation. I can't really say one way or the other. I would think a lot harder about it with the kids being involved.
Do you
though.
think a counseling is necessary? You would still walk away?
Man, I'll be done like a motherfucker.
Even with the kids?
Done. Look, because this is my thing. I can do, when I'm in a relationship with you, I will give up everything.
Yeah.
I will be, that is like literally my one true deal breaker. That's the reason why I'm single now. If I did not want to be with you, if I wanted to cheat, if I want to do any and everything else, I'll stay single. But if I put it all down and say, you know what, I'm finna be with you, that means you have my ultimate trust.
So you're single now because you are selfish and don't want to cheat?
What?
Is that what you're referring to?
I don't want to be in a relationship. But what I'm saying is that I'm the type of person, and this is just me, I will cut off my nose and spite my face. Yes, we got kids, but at the back of my mind, if I stay, that still give you incentive to use the kids against me later. You will say, well, we got kids. Well, damn, he took me back this time, and we got kids. Maybe I keep that in the back of my mind. If I cheat again, maybe I really didn't mean it. You know, we got to stay together for the kids. Then guess what? It's back and forth. You cheat, I cheat. Who is really getting hurt the most? Who, by me staying after we cheated, what type of relationship is that building for our kids? Oh, well, mom and dad stayed together. Mommy cheated. Okay, well, when I get older, I could cheat. I should supposed to expect my man to stay as well. As opposed to saying, you know what? No, my dad won't put up with that shit. So guess what? When I get older, I'm not finna put up with that shit. So for me, no.
But do you think it's different if you were raised with like both parents in the household versus a single parent?
Doesn't matter.
Do you feel like you would feel differently?
Not
Because
at all.
I don't think
I
so.
was raised with both my parents.
Me too.
So for me, you know, like that family unit was really important to me.
Right.
And because even though you can, I think that if you walk away from a situation with kids, I think it's really important to still have that relationship
Right.
with that person, because at the end of the day, it's not the kid's fault. But for me, it would make my decision. I would really have to because my decision, whatever I make, affects my children, and
Right.
so I would second guess myself.
And see, that's the thing. I'm not saying that I would totally shoot her out or be totally mean, angry towards her, but I couldn't stay in that relationship. I would be totally fine. Like, I would respect her to the utmost for our kids. That's we've been that together, loved her enough to have kids with her. I loved her enough to respect her. But being there physically at that time, and no, I couldn't do that at all.
So how would you feel? So if you were in a relationship and you have kids and you guys broke it off, but you guys are on good terms,
Right.
and then she gets, let's say she gets remarried,
Right.
and she has a person in the children's life, and he is amazing. He's like, these are my kids. He
Right.
wants to really
Cool.
treat them.
Yeah.
Would you guys feel insecure about that?
Not at all.
Not one
No.
bit.
Not
You
at all?
can best believe, I'll just ask for this. We're going to have a sit down together. Let's talk about how we're going to parent together. That is the biggest thing. No, I'm not going to be knocking on your door and not all types of, I don't want this nigga around my kids. No, but I would be fortunate that she was able to pick and choose somebody that would look after my kids just like I would.
But you wouldn't feel insecure at all about
No.
a man going like,
No.
Because
These are my
I'm
kids.
because I'm confident enough as a father and as a man. That is the reason where that would come in.
Literally, my only issue would be is that he's a good man. Like, I don't want somebody sitting behind my back putting hands on my kids
Right.
and that kind of shit. That's the only thing that would be
well, because the only
my concern.
The reason why I asked is because there's a lot of women who are insecure in that way. So like if their ex-husband got remarried and let's say that they're still single, and then that his new wife treats the kids amazing, and whatever, she really brings a lot to the table, really helps out with the kids. There's a lot of women that are very insecure that have issues with that, which boggles my mind, because I feel the same way. Like at the end of the day, it's about the kids and
Right.
who's going to take care of the kids.
I think a lot of it is because they don't want,
It's the man.
maybe so to speak, they don't want to feel like that woman is taking their place in their child's lives. Is what I think a lot of that has to do with.
Well, yeah, and I can see that, but that's why I was asking, do men feel the same way?
So let me ask you this then.
Me personally, no.
No?
Not at all. Let me ask you this. Question time.
Okay.
Talking about, DadMeAwesomeMom.com.
Uh-huh.
You have 2 twins. 4-year-olds.
Yes.
Let's say, for instance, he goes off, perfect scenario, like you said, gets remarried. Raise him up, she's fantastic. How would you feel if they start calling her mom, too?
I mean, honestly, I think that it would go back to timing. I mean, honestly, I feel, because I was a stepmom, so I would understand that situation better because I was a stepmom and I knew how I felt
Right.
and how because his ex-wife was one of those women that was very insecure, and I was on a need to know basis, even though I brought a lot to the table. Right. Even though I was like, oh, shit, you couldn't even take care of your damn kids. I was taking care of your kids, and I never once like made you feel bad about that. So for me, it would be different. But I think that if someone came into his life and was, 6 months in, always and already being like, you need to call me mama, then I would have an issue. 10 years in would be a different situation. If they built a bond and she helped raise them and they choose, not because she said so, but they choose to do that, I think that I would have to respect that.
What's the appropriate amount of time to introduce your kids to your significant other? When you've been dating? For me, if I were to date someone, honestly, I go back and forth with this because at the end of the day, you want a man that's going to be good to your children. You want to make sure your children and that man, fit, so to speak. So you don't want to waste your time. And you don't want to be like a revolving door. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But so it's, at the end of the day, part of you wants to kind of see if it meshes. But for me, it would have to be at least a good year, like a good solid year. I would have to know that we have a strong foundation, that you are in it for the long haul, that you can actually bring to the table, because I'm going to have high expectation for you, for my children. Right. You can actually bring to the table what I need you to physically, mentally, emotionally bring to the table for my children. And if I feel like within that year that you can't do it, then I'm just going to have to walk away. What's going to make it difficult is if I wait a whole entire year and then all of a sudden I introduce you and then, like my kids are not feeling you, or we can't like something happens and then when I see you with them and I'm like, I don't know about that, then that would be a deal breaker for me, because I would have to walk away, because at the end of the day, my kids are always going to be first before any relationship or any guy that I bring to the table. Right. And that's just what it's going to be. And then I don't want to make the same mistakes that I made the first time. So anybody that comes into your life is going to be in it for the long haul. They're going to be, like at their wedding, they're going to be like at prom, they're going to be there for like, I'm not doing this shit again. So, so it would have to be like the real deal for me.
Okay.
So.
Right on.
Savvy.
Yeah.
Yo, what else you got?
We went through my whole list. As you say that I had a book, we actually went through my list.
Well, I'm glad you had it, because like I said, I've been living under a rock this whole week. It's just been a blur. The Dwight Howard situation. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
What's the Dwight Howard situation?
Dwight got caught with transvestite.
Oh. Okay.
I think my biggest issue with that, and I don't have a lot of information on it, but I think my biggest issue with the little bit I have gathered was a lot of people like on Twitter were sitting there clowning Dwight Howard for his sexual preference, alleged sexual preference, and not the fact that he allegedly threatened this individual to not put this information. That's more so what I'm concerned about, because the transgender community, they already have it hard enough, and now to this come out to being threatened and all of that for going public with this shit. That's more so what I like. That's just a sad state of this country, that's where we're at. That Dwight Howard, you fuck with transgenders, like what the fuck? Instead of, why the fuck you gotta threaten allegedly threaten? That was more so how I
Isn't this
what
the
I
same
thought about.
situation with Hank? Was it Hank Bassett, or what was it? What's his last name? That was married to Kendra.
I can't remember.
And he was caught with a transgender, and she found out, and they had him on tape or whatever, and he tried to deny it.
Really?
And he tried to pay her off, or to not leak the story.
Right.
Is it kind of similar, the same? Because I don't know about the Dwight.
Somewhat. There apparently was a non-disclosure agreement.
But
apparently
he didn't sign it.
Yeah.
He didn't sign it. Then I think his biggest thing was, Dwight was wild and hard.
Yeah.
Not only was he sleeping with him, but in a relationship. They was like, hey, we are together, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Then come to find out, not only was Dwight cheating, but he was going to these transgender sex parties and doing the nasty raw. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the things that really upset him. It was like, all right, so not only did you cheat, but you out here raw dicking all these other dudes, and then you coming back to me, which could be a problem.
For STDs,
right?
Especially HIV.
And that all of that stuff is just like, I'm ignorant when it comes to that. But I have so many questions. And I know it's a hot button issue. I don't want to, ruffle any feathers or come off insensitive, but I have a lot of questions for that kind of stuff. Like that particular individual actually identifies as being a homosexual male.
Right.
So in that scenario, no.
Male.
So in that scenario.
So was it a female that?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Well, no, because I was looking at the Twitter, and because I think somebody addressed him as her, and he was like, "No, I am a he."
Okay.
And so I'm just like, does that make Dwight Howard gay?
Right.
As far as like
bisexual.
Yeah, like that. I have so many questions because it was almost the same scenario. Like, I remember I showed you a couple of them clips from when Joe Budden was on couples therapy show, and there was a couple on there that she did classify as a woman. She went through the whole transition, and the man that she was with was actually with her before she even went through that when she was still a man.
So is he still gay?
That's my question. Does he identify as being a gay man or what? Like I like seeking information. Yeah, so these are some of my questions I would have.
Ask them questions tomorrow.
True.
TK know.
Yeah.
She'll know. So we could bring that up. That'll be a good conversation for tomorrow.
Because I think more so than anything, I just don't want to come off like I'm insensitive. I literally am just seeking information.
You
want to call it that?
I mean, it's fine. I mean, I want to know too.
Well, I just
call it what it is.
Because I'm a person that I don't want to be a prisoner to my own ignorance.
Right.
So when I don't know something, then I want to go find it. I mean,
out.
I'm inquisitive or nosy.
Yeah. Don't you think it would be a different answer maybe to different situations?
True.
So.
Well,
Wouldn't you still be ignorant?
No, because you could ask the question and you could ask the question multiple times and get the different answers and figure out how that answer fits for that question at those given times.
True.
So I have.
But I guess women would know when a man is being nosy. Since that's all y'all are.
Pinocchio.
Women are detectives.
We are.
That's code for being nosy.
We really are. I'm surprised.
That's a code for being nosy. That's all it is.
I was concerned. I was trying to find out.
I mean, we're
nosy.
good at what we do. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Huh?
Nothing. So I have a question.
Yes.
Do women find nurturing, caregiving, mothering sexy? As a woman, do you think that's sexy?
Well, that's going to vary on the woman, obviously, because we all have different tastes.
Right, but I'm just saying.
I think it would be how much you do it. Like for me, what I like a very I like a man. Like I need a man in the relationship, a strong man. I mean, I like someone that's going to be nurturing and caregiving, and that really provides that for me. But if you were like up my ass and I felt like it made you a weak man, or made you at least appear a weak man, that would be a turn off for me.
The reason why I ask, because if I'm not mistaken,
sound like you got some info.
Oh yes, because I remember she posted in the group with the dude. He's taking the pictures. Taking the trash out. He's washing the dishes, and it's like, oh my gosh! Now if a man did that shit every single day,
we would be in
Pussy.
heaven.
That
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right.
Someone who cooks and cleans and takes out the trash every day?
No, because that's equivalent to. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Let's say, for instance, a man can look at you, right? You've been busting your ass taking care of the kids, so on and so forth. You don't feel right. But when I mean don't feel right, you're like, damn, baby, you sexy. Come on, let's get it in. No, I just finished cleaning up. I don't feel right. I don't feel good. It's just, no, not right now.
Okay.
Now, if a man does that, it may initially seem cute, seem great. But eventually, when you be busting your ass and you come home and you see the house clean, or you see him washing dishes all the damn time, eventually you gonna lose respect for him because you feel like he's taking over the role of caregiver. Nurture. He can't be that manly man that you always saw in your eyes. Initially, it starts out cute.
But what you're insinuating is that the woman, that's the woman's job.
No. What I'm saying is that there can be role reverse. It could be role confusion.
There shouldn't be a role. It should be 50-50. I mean, at the end of the day, like, my children's father, he worked night, I worked day. So in order for my kids not to go to daycare, he stayed home with them all day, sacrificed his sleep.
Right.
He cooked because I got off work late. He would clean. He would do laundry. I mean, I would pull my weight too. He didn't do that 24/7, but I expected that from him, just like he would, just like you would expect it from me.
I understand that, but at the same time, at the back of your mind,
I don't ever feel like that's my role.
Listen, I'm not saying that's your role, but I'm saying you're looking at him as far as being, again, I understand. That's why I asked, do you see that as being sexy? Because when he's up there, they taking pictures. Oh my gosh, that is so fine. I love that. When you see that almost every day, because I hate to say it, yes, there are roles. Because that's equivalent to, like, say for instance, when like us as men, seeing a woman get hands on working in your yard, like, damn, that's sexy. That's on point. You know, if she want to grass, okay, I can get behind that. But start doing that all the time, eventually a man may start feeling insecure, especially if he himself can't do it. Now, a woman, she comes in and she see her man doing this all the damn time, eventually in her mind the roles, damn, I'm the breadwinner. Damn, I'm the one bringing home the bacon. Damn, look at this nigga. All he do is just clean. Shit, man. Hey, babe, let's cuddle up. Let's fuck. Damn, I don't know, nigga. You.
I mean,
shit,
okay.
Soft.
Well, I don't feel like a woman is. Well, first of all, I don't feel like a man's gonna do that 24/7. The reason why I posted that is because the guy posted about dick pics. And
Jerome.
if that was a turn on or not.
Shout out Jerome.
And everybody was like, hell to no, don't be sending no damn dick pics. So then I posted that this is the only thing that he should be sending. And I believe, I mean, I don't know if I wasn't there, but I believe that man was only sending those pictures because that was that one time he did it just to be funny in that moment. So I don't think when you talk about roles, I mean, I do understand your point because I'm not mowing no damn grass. And I'm not taking out the trash. That's just, I'm not doing that. I'm just not. But, you know, but I do understand there's certain things in the household that the woman does and the man does. You know, like you change out the air filter, whatever the case is.
Right.
But I do feel like there should be some 50-50 to it. Like, I shouldn't be the only person washing some dishes or just cooking or whatever the case is.
I totally get that. But what I'm saying is, when it, in the back of your mind, I'm not saying all the time, but eventually when you come home from, let's just say, for instance, he is a stay-at-home dad. And you worked your ass off all day. Now, of course, you're going to say, damn, if I'm working, at least that you can do is have the house kept up.
Not necessarily, because being a stay-at-home mom or dad is freaking hard work.
It is, but what I'm saying is, but at the same time, what I'm saying is, you worked, you ain't been at home. To a certain degree, you expect certain shit to be done.
Right.
So guess what? When you get home and it's done, you feel relieved. You feel like, okay, yay, he did it. Right on. But in the back of your mind, when you feel like, I want some mushu, some sucky, you're like, damn. It goes back to being that weak man. He done became domesticated.
But just because you became that would be like saying would be like saying just because he became domesticated that he ain't gonna be wanting to have sex or be good in bed. No. But that would be like saying that women are not wanting to have sex.
It's not that, because guess what? He's gonna want to do all that, but in the back of your mind, you're like, damn, what did
that ain't never in the back of my mind though.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen,
Crystal,
if you can't, no, Crystal, she can't save you now. She can't save you. She can't save you. You sit there and you come home. Eventually, you come like, damn, this nigga, I worked hard and shit cook. Damn, he turned to. He even earn some pussy. Damn, this little bitch nigga, he like, damn, you happy? You cool with it? But at the end, yes.
But I think that he can make you. Like, he can still be secure in himself and still be a man, but being domesticated. Again,
that's what I'm saying. He is fine with it. We are talking about a woman's thought process.
In the back of a woman's mind.
That's on the back of my head.
Just like you said. What'd you say? Damn, I need a strong man.
I do need a strong man.
Constantly cleaning up, constantly swiffering, constantly cooking.
Like the perfect ass
no, eventually you gonna be like
you said
a cream
You say that.
Because guess
no,
what?
just because he's domesticated, he's not a cream puff. No,
because guess what?
I don't
Eventually,
think
he may feel like I still that same rough, hard around the edges type dude. But if you working full time and he's doing all of these things, it goes back to your favorite cheesecake. He's sweet every day. You walk in that damn door. Come here, baby. Let me massage your feet. I done cooked dinner. I done did this. Everything is good. Oh, that's my handsome man.
It should sound amazing.
It sounds
at first.
amazing.
Shit.
But you will get bored. You will question where did that edge go. You are going to not like it. You are going to feel like I'm bringing home the bacon while you sitting up there cooking it.
Back of your mind, you gonna be
In the
saying pussy.
Yep.
I don't know.
I do.
I haven't been in that
We
situation
do.
for me
Yeah,
to
we do.
understand. Because you've been in that situation?
Nope.
Nope. But we know
Then
y'all.
how do you know?
We know
We
y'all.
know women.
You just said it yourself.
Did you used to be a woman?
You just said it yourself. I need a strong
Uh-huh.
man.
I do. I want a
Yep.
strong man.
So-
I want someone that...
We're talking in circles.
But I
are.
want
We're
someone
going in
that can, like,
circles.
throw me around type of strong
Yeah,
man.
but
He
guess
can
what?
still be domesticated and throw me around.
But at the same time, you're going to be thinking, did he earn this? Did
of
he
course
earn
he earned it.
by click?
By cooking and cleaning?
I'm not
Get
gonna fall for
him
this.
out of here.
I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna do this.
Until you become a stay-at-home dad and raising some kids, we can have another discussion. We can put this on. We can parking lot this.
You're in denial, and it's not a river in Egypt, but that's okay.
Okay, if you say so.
I do.
And I applaud all the men and women that are stay-at-home
No
moms
doubt.
and stay-at-home dads. I don't think I could do it.
No,
I would
couldn't.
get.
No,
I would
no,
be.
no,
I couldn't.
I would go bone stone crazy being
Yes.
stuck in the house all
Me
day
too.
cleaning,
especially
running
I
around
am
behind
too-
these fucking raggedy picklehead ass kids.
Yes.
Nope.
I'm too much of a control freak. I like being
I am
a
too.
boss.
And
Like,
you know
that's
what?
what I do.
That is another question. I don't know if we brought it up or not, because it's been a few times on here I've been bumped up. So why do ladies, let's say, well, you already gave your point of view as far as when do you introduce your significant other to your kiddos. The growing trend that is very troubling is guy meets girl, they've been kicking it for 3-4 months. Girl introduces guy to kids. Right on, cool, gravy. Girl say, this is my boo, I gotta go to work. Watch the kids.
Hell no.
You come
It
home from
happens
work,
all the time.
It does
kid
happen.
damaged, kid fucked up.
Yep,
Kid.
that's people. You see these boyfriends killing kids.
Yes.
No, let me tell you something. When it comes to me being a mama, Mama Bear is always on 100. I don't trust anybody. I don't even trust my ex-husband's damn mama to watch my kids. Only my mama and their father watches my kids, and that's it.
That's all.
That's
And then
it.
especially when she was like you said, it'd be 3-4 months.
Yeah.
No,
And then
because you don't
if
know.
you got little girls, oh hell no.
no,
Nope.
hell no, no.
Because if I was their dad, I'm about to kill somebody.
Off the
Yeah.
rip.
No,
If
I
that's
would,
my kid and you got niggas running around my kids after 3-4 months and they are
Oh,
doing
oh.
things with my kid, oh yeah,
Bro.
I'm going
Who are you?
directly to jail.
Yup.
Yes.
Not pass go,
Yep.
not collect
I'm right
$200.
there with you.
I'm going to jail.
I'm right there with you.
Shoot.
No
and it's gonna
question
be some
asked.
violent ass shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna they
Yes.
throwing me in the hole.
It is
Shit.
Yeah,
going
no questions
down.
asked. No questions asked.
So-
100%.
What do you feel like some women don't take that approach? Why do you feel like that they are so
Because they're
fasted?
insecure. Because they don't value their children like they value that relationship and what that relationship brings to them. Even if it's toxic or whatever, at that moment they cannot be alone and be secure within themselves and grow themselves. They have to feel like someone else in their life is going to make them feel valued instead of them feeling valued within themselves. So they bring a man in because of that void that they're having.
Convenient.
And then and then they don't even know these fools, and then they just pick the guy at the bar they don't know shit about, and he bought her a drink or whatever the case is, or she got laid really good with him, or whatever the case is, but she doesn't put her children first. She
Gotcha.
puts herself first, and you have to put your children first.
All right.
So that's just how I feel.
Makes sense.
And I will, and like when I'll be right there with you, I would kill a motherfucker in fucking heartbeat. And when my kids go to school, let the teacher look at them sideways. Like, I'm gonna have an issue with everything. Like, I'm just like, that's just how I'm gonna roll.
Oh Lord.
But again,
Jesus.
I'm full blooded German, so I'm automatically
Uh-huh.
hot headed. I come, like that's just in our blood. So I don't play when it comes to
Simmer
my
down.
kids. I don't play.
Simmer down now. That's just about all I got. What about you, P-Mac?
I ain't really got shit else here. Like I said, I've been under a rock all week. I don't know shit. Like I said, I'm grateful for your list.
Because you was giving me a hard time about this list. I'm like,
No,
shit, I
I'm
thought you'd
just
be happy I
saying.
did some homework. I'm like, let me bring some stuff to the
Because like I said,
table.
we literally
Yes,
freestyle.
We
every day.
freestyle. We go with
We
the
don't-
flow. We have probably one or two things here and there, but
We don't talk about anything that we might bring up when we record. We just hit record and we just go and see where it takes
So
us.
what made you guys even start this?
We're drunk.
in a nutshell.
And then it just kept going?
Well,
Because we was getting ready to step out. We was pre-gaming here.
right.
And then we was, taking a couple shots. And they said, no, we were sitting here just talking for like an hour and a half.
Yes.
And it was a bomb-ass conversation. And we had been kicking around the idea of a podcast for a while.
Something.
We just didn't, execute on it.
Invest in it.
And then we were sitting there drunk. And we was like, man, that would have been a dope-ass podcast
Conversation.
episode. Then
Boom.
next thing you know, got on Amazon, ordered some
Start
mics.
looking.
Then next thing you know, we got all this equipment. I was like,
And
fuck
no
it.
looking back.
Yeah.
No going back at all. Period.
I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's step out our comfort zone a little bit, try something new, see what
And
happens.
It has been a blast
It
every
has.
step of the way. Won't take it back for nothing at all.
Are you going to start evolving from Battle of the Sexes to more like reality or everyday life? Or
We try to incorporate a little bit of everything. We stick mostly to life and
The script, yeah.
relationships,
Right.
all that kind of shit. But we add talk about sports and music from time to time. But
Right.
when you run out, because eventually you're going to run out of stuff to talk about.
Well, that's why you're
y'all give us
Why you have
plenty.
guests?
Yes.
Y'all give us plenty to talk about. Trust me,
Yes.
because y'all.
crazy
I'm
shit.
not even gonna go there.
Or
But
what we'll do next time is how you ever played Never Have I Ever.
Mm-hmm.
We might even do a live version of Never Have I Ever.
Lord.
Oh yes, Lord will be here.
Oh, Lord.
Wait till we do a live show too, like
That's what
like
that
in
is our
a
goal.
live where we're actually on stage doing something. Wait till we do something like that.
Well,
That's
because
gonna be
are you
wild.
going to do it more like where it's impromptu, or where you're getting feedback from the audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to interact with
Yeah.
the crowd a lot more. Like we'll maybe sit down for 30, 45 minutes kind of like this and just talk about some shit, but
But
do Q&As with the crowd. And then what I really want to do is get some couples up, complete truth to truth
Yes.
too.
Okay.
So
Yes.
yeah, so
So, or if you need to, you can bring. Because I know you've felt isolated for a minute without another female. You can bring a guest. You can bring
Oh,
another.
no, I was just giving you a hard time. I can handle
it
my own.
sounded real good.
Real sounded
Handle my
real
own.
good.
I mean, it would help having
It sounded
two
real
against
good.
two.
What happened as soon as she didn't have no answer? Crystal, where you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need backup. There are certain that you just don't get it, and I need backup.
She looking for life alert. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Is it bad that I laugh at that commercial every time it comes
Bro,
on?
watch
I feel like an asshole for which I know I'm an asshole when I want to be, but I really be
That's
laughing
just
at that
wrong.
commercial.
That's
every
just wrong.
time.
She in pain.
Because you're gonna be there one of those days, and you're gonna wish that you had that damn life alert.
God willing.
For real.
I don't even know if I want to live to when I'm that old. Like when I can't take care of myself anymore.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm fine with it. Because they be fucking. If they don't do nothing else, that's one of the last things that go. Older people with geriatrics have one of the highest STD rates.
That shit's
What?
crazy. That's
You didn't know
wild to
that?
me.
No.
Yes, because think about it. When they were having sex at their age, they didn't have to worry about condoms. So,
Okay.
when they typically have sex, they don't utilize condoms. So, that means you're older. One of the biggest things that geriatrics suffer from, STDs, whatchamacallits, infections down there. So, bladder infections. That leads to a whole wide variety of things. So, guess what? You think at the age of 85, that means Jethro Jenkins III is going to try and slap open a damn piece of... His hands already fidgeting and all that. You think he finna take the time off to put that on his tallywhacker? No.
I mean,
Jethro
just
is trying to get it in.
don't they have like dating profiles for
What?
for people of this age?
For 85?
Yeah, don't they?
A dating profile is
Don't they? I think they do.
Look, if she could put her
like
teeth in her mouth,
like seniors.
That is the
like I
only-
do. I think they do. I mean, what kind
And
of
you know, some
headline?
dudes probably don't want to put a TV.
That's true.
out.
do she look cute when she slurp her jello out? That is the only thing that.
No.
Yes, 85.
Oh, shit.
Why do you know
I
this
see we being
information?
silly
I
now.
used to work
Shit.
at assisted living.
I mean, do you just like I just can
Tell
imagine
her
the
the story.
headline.
Tell her the story
There was
before we
si-
get out of here.
We had two sides. Okay, it was several sides. You had your assisted living, which was your normal.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Alzheimer's dementia unit. So they would straight up tell you, knock on the door before you go in, because there was no telling who ass you was gonna see up in the air getting a freak leak on.
Hanging from the ceiling fan.
How? I
Yes.
mean, but how does he stay hard? Like, do you guys get
That is one of the last things that go.
But then, okay, just keep going with your story. I mean, I'm just
What?
not gonna even, just go. Go ahead with your story.
I'm just
Just
saying.
go.
Look,
Just go.
there has been an instance to where a woman comes in, she sits up there, hey, I want to give my mom a tour of you guys' facility, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. So take the tour. Say, is it okay if I leave my mom here to look around? Blase blase. So yeah, so we take the tour, make a little rounds back. One of the people that worked there came, pulled me aside. Hey, we lost our mom. We don't know where her mom's at.
Is she waiting a long time to get some ass?
What? I say, okay, I'm gonna take her the long way around, then we find her mom. Okay, cool. So come back. It's like, okay, we found her mom. Mom up there grabbing and rubbing her with JJ. Come find out, one of the other residents pulled her in the room and gave her some chorizo and put a beating on her. So yes, it
I'm
happens.
just baffled right now. I just cannot believe this.
Wait, yeah, they be freak nicking, like they be getting it in.
I just.
Bang, 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 bang,
I
bang.
would just think that you can't get hard or produce juices at that age.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
you say that now, but when you 85 and you getting it in, you gonna remember this moment. Like, damn, he was
Right
right.
now. I'm like, come here, young man. Yeah.
Lasting a whole 5 seconds.
Hey, best 5 seconds ever.
Ever. Apparently, Mama was
Yes.
getting it.
Hey, it is what it is. Gotta get your rocks off. Hell, just that way. So yes, geriatrics be getting they freak. Nasty.
That job was right up your alley, wasn't it?
What makes you say such a thing? What?
What makes you have this podcast?
Drinking and relationships. That is what causes it. Speaking of which, before we go, do you have any advice that you would like to give to the listeners?
Don't come on the podcast.
Fine.
No,
we
just- no, just
entertain
kidding.
ourselves.
I'm
ain't
just
lying.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
We can come up here for an hour and get some jokes off. That
Oh,
don't
yeah.
mean that ain't nothing.
At y'all's expense.
Well, advice as far as who I'm
Anything.
giving it to the
Anything.
Yeah, to the
audience.
audience.
Anything you wanna-
Anything you want.
My advice is that if you want a healthy relationship, keep communication open and clear.
Fuck you, stuff.
Why are you looking at
I'm
that?
just-
You're telling me to give advice, and now you're giving me the look of shame about my advice.
I'm just listening.
You know what? I don't have any damn
No.
advice. I'm
Continue.
done. No. Bye,
Continue.
Felicia.
No,
Bye.
you said communication and what else? Respect.
Yes,
Okay.
respect, and
Alright.
and make sure that that if you keep that open line of communication, then you wouldn't have to have all these topics. You wouldn't. You really wouldn't.
Okay.
All right. What about
Thank you
Peter?
for having me on your podcast tonight.
We enjoyed having you.
Very much so.
Obviously.
Oh dear God.
See,
You still caught that L.
see. You give him an inch.
I know.
You give him an inch.
They take the long country mile, the scenic route.
I mean, that's what you guys love the most. You just said you like feisty.
I do.
Okay. All right
It's
then.
fun.
You like
Yeah.
feisty too. All right
Yeah.
then. That's what
Keep
you guys
shit
like.
entertaining.
Yes.
Hey,
We get bored rather quickly.
yes, y'all do.
Very much.
Yes.
What about you, P-Right?
Damn, you don't force me to do this. Fuck. I ain't got shit. Fuck, this is for everybody. I'm keeping it short and simple. Think. Just think. It's not illegal yet. Use your fucking brain. In everything you do, it ain't illegal yet. I'll say that. Use your fucking brain. I'm leaving it with that. I don't give a fuck.
So you say think. For me, I say don't settle. There's no reason for you to at all, period. Regardless of what your past relationship he or she said, regardless of how long it's been since you've been in a relationship, regardless of how you may feel, remember that you can be in a relationship with yourself. You can become accustomed to loving yourself. But the minute that you settle and you know your value and you end up selling for far less, you end up paying for more in the long run.
You end up being on this podcast with all these issues.
Is that what it is? You talking about yourself?
Hey.
Is it?
Hey, I'm a victim.
Oh Lord, fix it, Jesus.
Yep. Well, that's a wrap for episode 12. We want to thank all the loyal listeners, and we want to thank Miss Heather.
Thank you.
Heather,
Little tenderoni.
Lord.
Still got Similac on the breath,
Yes,
the
she
Gerber baby.
does. Fix
And we
it.
want to shout out to the YouTube viewership as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
No doubt, no doubt. It's your boy,
I'm
the
pretty much
Walk.
tapped out.
You done? It's
Yep.
your boy, the Walking Holiday. Of course, we are here with.
Your main man, P-Mac.
Hey, make sure that you check out with us. We're gonna have a special episode tomorrow for sure.
Yes. Shout out to the Pussy Patrol coming
Yes,
through.
They will be here live and in color, and so we will catch y'all and see you when we see you.
There you go. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Peace.
Out.
Are we still recording?
Mm-hmm.